Hello everyone, this is Chewbacca, and today I want to talk about how to defend in Clan Wars as a Town Hall 9. As you can see, in this war right now, I've only been one starred, but I've actually only been one starred 3 attacks in a row in the same war. So I'll show you guys those attacks here in a minute, but first I wanted to give you guys a good look at the layout so that you guys could copy it or at least see the different elements that have really aided in its defense. Of course, I have the expos set to ground and air, and I have all of these Teslas here in the middle compartment. There's one air sweeper down, one air sweeper up, and really what throws people off is just these different compartments are just organized in such a way that it's just really hard to get around things, and these high HP buildings next to your air defenses and also your wizard tower really help some of the damage continue to be sustained instead of your defenses taking the hits. But anyway, let's go ahead and play some replays and take a look at why this base is working so well. So right here, this person is attacking me with a Lava Lunian strategy, and so they've brought a bunch of haste spells and rage spells. Here comes the lure with the giant, which is also an important part to any Lava Lunian raid because the balloons don't target clan troops. And this person did not bring poison spells, which is definitely what I would have done in their scenario, since you can basically kill any clan troop composition with just 2 poison spells. But as you can see, he's going to try to lure and kill it with the queen, which is normally a huge part of cleanup, which is why I wouldn't sacrifice my queen to take out the the clan castle composition. I apologize for my coughs. I'm not doing the best in the weather. But as you can see, he's trying to take out the queen now because that's the only other thing that's going to target the balloons that's not a tower and wouldn't be targeted. But see, he fails, which is definitely in my advantage. And now he's going to try to take out 1 or 2 of the air defenses if he can, and still probably trying to target that queen. So here goes this part of his attack. He uses even a rage spell to try to take out, I guess, trying to take out the king. Hoping to take out both heroes, I guess, just so that they're not a distraction, and took out that one air defense. But here comes my air sweeper, which is definitely going to make a shift in this raid. And so he's coming in from the left side, trying to target both of the air defenses. My expos are just going to town, though. His lava hound's already gone. He didn't really get to that air defense like he wanted to, and as you can see, his balloons got thwarted by the mortar down there. So now some of his balloons have made it to the middle with that haste spell, but they do not deal enough damage, and that air-seeking mine really just destroyed all of his balloons in the middle. And as you can see, he has a few lava hounds here for picking, but they're not going to be strong enough because the defenses were not successfully destroyed by the balloons. And so this is just one example of how an air raid failed against this attack, and this is always the danger of any Lava Hound raid, because it's either going to be like a 1-star or a 3-star, and in this case it's definitely going to end up as a 1-star attack. Now let's take a look at some of the other attacks on that same base of mine. Here's another one, so let's go ahead and watch it. So this is their number 3, and in a minute I'll show you guys that these guys are actually really good attackers. It's not just bad experience. They have 3-starred several of our other members that have really good bases. So sometimes it's just good luck, and sometimes it's good layout, and it seems like in this war is a really good example of how my layout has been successful. And to be honest, I haven't seen anybody really 3-star it unless they were a Town Hall 10, which has only happened a few times whenever we get paired Town Hall level. So of course this guy's going with a hog raid, so he's trying to take out those heroes. Um, he's taking out the queen, but as you can see, he's trying to get close to that king, trying to get it to come out toward his troops, trying to set off any traps or big bombs that he can down there with those golems. And now here comes the lure of my clan troops, which really he probably should have focused a little better on. But he's using that rage spell unsuccessfully to try to take out my dragon. And my balloons up top are just killing it because he doesn't have any more ranged troops really to target those. So he's really just going to have to wait for them to try to come down to where his wizard is. But his wizard's about to be destroyed by that mortar. So this guy's really out of luck here. But he does have a poison spell. So he may try to lure them all into one place, except he just decides to take out the balloons. He knows that that's going to be more successful, and basically at this point he knows that there's no way he's going to make it happen because he can't kill my dragon, so he's just going to try to 1-star for loot. But as you can see, just the placement of the heroes is really making it difficult for these raids to be successful, and the lure of the clan castle troops is also posing difficulty to these attackers. And as you can see, his hogs make it into the middle, but they're not going to target the town hall, and they're not going to target the king until all of the other defenses are gone. So that king's just going to go to town. Those skeleton traps have been activated now, and they're going to be doing some great damage. And he's basically got his star and called it good. He knows not much else is going to happen, so he just sort of left it at that. Now let's look at this third and final attack by their number 2. So this was the initial 1-star, so it listed it as a defeat, but as we all know, in war, a 1-star is actually a victory defensively. It's definitely a good sign that your defense is working well if you're able to cause another Town Hall 9 to only 1-star you. So this is another hog raid. I guess they're also using 1 golem and some wizards, but you know, he's trying to kill that dragon, so he's making sure that there's proper delay to where the poison spell can have its full effect on that dragon. And you really do have to wait in order for the poison spell. You know, laying down 2 at a time doesn't increase the damage. So he's really just taking his time, knowing that his hogs are going to be fast enough to take out the space if his hog raid is successful. And there goes my clan castle troops. So now he's thinking that my big bombs are down there. So he's like, I'm just going to go ahead and try to set those off with my golems so that I don't have to worry about heal spells down in that area. But much to his chagrin, there is not a big bomb down there, and there's not even a Tesla. So I think at this point he's probably like, what the junk is going on? But he's also hoping that they can take some hits and hopefully allow his hogs some time to just run around without taking too much damage. So as you can see, he's taking his time, and to be honest, I don't really know what he's doing. Most people would place their wizards at the end for cleanup to help. Here comes his heroes. And here come the hogs. Okay. Very interesting. As you can see, his queen's getting picked apart. Doesn't really have any cover. But his king is also stuck on that wall over there. Really bad placement of the heroes. And then there's the big bomb. But of course it didn't hit his hog, so that's always a good thing. But really what's going to kill him here is that he did not kill my heroes, and they are both just going to wail on his troops until they are all gone. That heal spell simply cannot keep them alive long enough compared to the heroes' damage that they are able to deal. And that's what we call a game over. I guess he's really just sitting here waiting for these wizards up here. I mean, these archers, I guess just to raise the percentage and guess in case there's a tie. But obviously time ends, and that's another 1-star on this base. So the replays that I showed you, you know, none of them was a go wipe, and obviously go wipe's a much more 2-star ready attack. And but as you can see, my walls are pretty low. I'm still upgrading them. But for this kind of war defense, I think a 1-star is definitely a plus. So I wanted to go ahead and show you guys and sort of showcase some of the defenses. Alright, until next time, see you guys later.